holds, steps up, Huntley, sacks, T.J. Watt! NFL history! Watt has tied Michael Strahan's single-season record. Oh, no!
In the air to right. This is deep, and he did it again! Jack Sawinski wins it for the Pirates! 3 home runs in a game!
Thanks for watching our show. We're on Comcast 21. That's a change, but we keep saying it. So if you're on Comcast 21, we appreciate you finding it. Then we have Verizon 32 in Bethel Park, and all the way from Nemacolin, Cranberry, Wexford, Greater Pittsburgh area, City of Pittsburgh. We got fans everywhere. In Millvale, we're doing boxing. They said they've watched it. I was talking to a boxing coach there, and he said he's been here in Pittsburgh for 15 years. He works with Jose Carabello. And he goes, I'm from Rochester, New York. Wow. So happy birthday to Peggy in Rochester, grandmother of Marco, mother of Mike, grandmother-in-law, I guess, of Johnny or something, once removed, and Michael here. So we salute you. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for watching our show. I know you're tuning in because I told this guy I have the 2 biggest fans of Pittsburgh Sportsline in Rochester. He goes, I believe it. So thank you for that. Then I hope you're all sitting down. I've been trying to get 7,000 people for well over a year, even during COVID, so it's a little longer than that.
It's 3 years ago, buddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Guess what? I looked the other day because the algorithms with Facebook and all this other social media, they adjusted to help them. I looked the other day, Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook, if you're watching me there, we appreciate it. 7,014.
All right.
I salute you.
Yes.
I salute you, and I don't know who the latest ones are, or I would shout out to thank you, but it's been, like Chip said, about 3 years. And
we are not worthy.
And they mingled, because I have followers, 6.9 followers, and it doesn't say 7K yet, at least when I last looked. And I'm so honored and so proud and so blessed to have that many thousands watching us. I remember like in 2013 when I started the page, we got to 100 and I was happy. Yeah. Then we went to 97. I told my daughter, Casey, what's going on? She goes, Dad, I know you're old, but you don't understand. Haters will hate. And I understand now. We passed 100, 200, and 7,014. So I'm beside myself. I'm pinching myself. Thank you so much again. We appreciate all of you. Let me shout out Sherry, otherwise known as Coops. I have to talk about her. She's my new friend. Her brother-in-law needs new lungs. I have something here. Her brother-in-law, Albert Tripp Minu, he's dying. And I'm going to need that in a second here. So thank you for watching, Sherry. I'm glad we got Pittsburgh Sportsline straightened out. And I'm known as Alan Levine, the talking machine. We got Smokin' Jim Frazier. Some reason it looks like he's done 38 pounds. We got Chip Hainer alternating with Guns Ellenbogen every week. It's his week. We're going to talk some serious
He got an L.
Pirates.
Levine shirt on. This is L. Levine in the back here.
Oh, okay.
I took it out of his closet.
And Nick Callis is in the control room right now. So we'll have him there.
I'm here.
All right.
Hi.
Nick's here. And Ralph Williams says hello.
That's
Paul
my
Hayward's
man.
watching. Jamie, Albert Tripp's wife is watching. Shout out to Jamie. I have your flyer coming up. Marco Rohde's watching. He's in the control room helping Uncle Johnny.
Marco's here.
Yeah.
Nobody told me.
And Sherry, we appreciate the hello. Alan on Pittsburgh Sportsline. Congrats, Ralph, on 7,000. Okay, we normally have the promo things, but I have to do a special one for a new friend of mine who's dying.
Oh, my
and I'm going to put this up. We got Big Mike on the camera. And if you can tune in, we have a serious moment. You know we like to have too much fun here, but right now we can't have that fun, so we got Smoking Jim's mic shut off. Albert Tripp is his nickname. Menu needs new lungs. Tripp is suffering from COPD. I'm going to mispronounce the disease. Pulmonary fibrosis Sjögren's syndrome, and he needs new lungs ASAP. Tripp is unable to work, and he was a welder for years. He's a blue-collar guy, hard-working guy. Imagine you can't work anymore. And he needs money. The effects of this disease, they're doing a benefit show, and it's at the Alpine Club. I know it from being owners of horses in Washington, PA. It's 735 Jefferson Avenue, right off the exit of 79 in Washington. You can go there July 29th. Mark your calendars, July 29th, 2023, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. $15 at the door. Food, pop, and water included. For the non-drinkers like Smoking Jim, bring your own bottle of ginger ale. They have a DJ, Chinese auction, 50-50. Now I got to get a little geekish here because I'm going to keep promoting that Albert Tripp needs new lungs. So you can send, listen to this, monetary donations, even Smoking Jim, because now he invests online, to Washington Financial Bank, 98 East Wiley Avenue, Washington, PA, 15301. Phone number to donate, 724-225-9100. You can donate, and they have a routing number, so I'm going to say it slow. Routing number 2433-7421, and that's on a checking account. They have a bank account there. The account number is 012-031, then 1666. And for all their donations, please call Jamie Menu at, write this number down, this is on the flyer and we'll do it each week, 724-554-9229 or 9228. Sorry about that, I'm stuck on that 9. 724-554-9228. And we're going to do this because they need money, and he's going to need a lung transplant, and we're worried if he can even get one. So they are in dire straits. You know, we're not too proud. We're humbled to try to help out. I've helped other people that need it. Look, we got a kidney for that Susan Miller, and she survived cancer, and she's allowed to get on the transplant list again. So we will find out if that transplant person will come up again. So we'll see that. But please get them some help, and it's needed right now today. You can donate and call the bank tomorrow, and you can pay that way there for sure. So now we're going to do our demos. We're going to let Johnny and Marco take control right now. Pittsburgh Sportsline supports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Strikers. I worked there for 36 years. My former union, CWA PPMWS 14842, Pittsburgh Local Mailers Union number 22, is on strike. Even though health care benefits were secured for workers by the union, Post-Gazette management cut them out without the union's approval and still expected workers to show up without any coverage. Please cancel your Post-Gazette subscriptions online or in print. Pittsburgh Sportsline supports the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette Union Strikers. Frank Fanera, owner of Olive Oil's Pizzeria and the Hillcrest Shopping Center on Route 88. Call them at 412-831-1900. Every Tuesday night, Olive Oil's Pizzeria provides the host and the amazing volunteer crew with an XL pepperoni pizza and a full steak hoagie. They are delicious. Olive Oils is proud to support Pittsburgh Sportsline and the volunteers at BPTV. Stay Joey strong. Joey Fabus died at 8 years old of brain cancer known as DIPG. Since then, the family has come together with community members to create the Joey Fabus Childhood Cancer Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit. Since being founded, they've raised over $100,000. Go to jfccf.org to learn more about DIPG, to help spread awareness, and to see how else you can support and donate towards the fight against this dreaded brain cancer. Always Be Smiling, a 501c3 designed to help children and families in need of kidney transplants. The B stands for Bennett, whose memory is embedded in this organization by his parents, Kristen and Dean. Despite the challenges he faced in his 16 and a half years of life, Bennett always had a smile on his face and spread kindness to everyone he could. Now, Always Be Smiling wants to pass on that kindness. Go to alwaysbesmiling.org to learn more and see how you can support or donate to this organization. The Bethel Park Community Foundation has money for you. I'm Al Levine, trustee on the board of this great organization. The BPCF focuses on raising money to provide scholarships, grants, endowments, and more. Grant requests are available online from $100 to $5,000. You can also attend fundraisers or donate. Go to bpcf.org to get more information and to stay up to date on upcoming events. The Bethel Park Community Foundation, focusing community resources, building for the future. The Bethel Park Historical Society is a 501c3 that serves Bethel Park. The Historical Society operates out of the Schoolhouse Arts and History Center, located at 2600 South Park Road. Look for the red and white trolley right out front. Reginald's Coffee is inside, and I've heard it's the best coffee around. To visit this great historical venue, email historicalsocietybp@gmail.com.
And now this message from BPTV.
Alas, poor talking machine. I knew him well. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy?
Dave, I'm not dead. I'm still doing Pittsburgh Sportsline every Tuesday night and many other weekly shows on BPTV.
That's great, Al, but then, who's this?
I don't know, but we must leave right now. Let's go. Help save Pittsburgh police officer Jeffrey Crawford. Jeffrey is in need of a kidney donation. He's in stage 5 renal failure and he's on dialysis 3 times a week. He needs this kidney ASAP. To contact the UPMC donor registry, call 412-647-4438 or go to livingdonorreg.upmc.com. And to help spread awareness, use the hashtag #BlessJeff on socials. Let's come together to support Pittsburgh policeman Jeffrey Crawford in his time of need. Alex Reed is in need of a kidney. 2 weeks after college graduation, Alex's kidneys failed. A gracious donor gave Alex 7 years of life, but now he needs another kidney. To learn more about becoming a donor for Alex, call 830-285-2140 or go to kidneysolutions.org. Zhang Taekwondo just opened a new location in the South Hills, along with its location in Wexford and its inclusion in the curriculum of Provident Charter School in Troy Hill. Zhang uses Taekwondo to teach its students confidence and self-discipline through physical fitness. Zhang is offering a 4-week special. You get a uniform and lessons for $30. If you mention the Talking Machine, Smokin' Jim, or VIP Nick, they'll give you a further discount. For more information, go to zangtkd.com or call 724-934-9264. All right. Thank you to Albert Tripp. Hello to you and your wife, Jamie. You're welcome. I told you I would do it, and I keep my word, and I'm glad I could put it out there. And this will be on every week after your event. We want people to go there. I'm even going to try to make it there. I wanted to make that clear to Jamie and Tripp. I'm going to try to be there at around noon, and I'll pay the $15 gladly, and it'll be a great time. I can't wait to be there. I went there years ago at the Alpine Place, and it's a great venue. And to our biggest fan, Peggy, she said, "Hi, Al. Watching your great show from Rochester, New York. Nick and Peggy Rohde. P.S. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Have an extra slice of cake for me. That's all I ask." All right, Chiefs watching us. Dr. John Donatelli, hi, y'all. Watching you from the Woodlands in Texas. What happened to Iowa? You're a traveling man.
Wow.
So, and Sherry, I will see you at the door. I call her Scoops. Sherry's nickname is Scoops, and she was calling me the talking machine. So now I said my BFF, Smoking Jim, calls me Machine. She just stepped up to number 2. She said, "See you at the door, Machine."
That's what's up.
All right, let's get down to some sports. What's on your mind, Smoking Jim Frazier?
Thanks, Al Levine, the talking machine. If you want the green,
Skenes hardball.
you got to. Oh, man.
Oh, my
You
gosh.
got to see
103.
Levine.
That
Nice
was
throw.
my Skenes fastball.
Nice throw.
Heaved that.
How'd I do,
I
Chip?
thought that was a changeup.
No.
It took him by surprise.
Yeah, that
he was
was-
waiting for the high heater.
You know, being a pitcher, Chip.
That was a
Did
white.
anybody
That was
know
a
you
white
were throwing-
move. That was a white move.
Did anybody know you were throwing a changeup when you threw the heater?
You look like
No.
you were swatting a fly.
I threw the high hard one,
Hey.
and that proves he did not play baseball.
He went down faster than catch.
I tell you what. I got to give a shout out to my main man, Mikey's in the house. Always good to see the dimples, brother. If I had his good looks, I'd have went farther in life.
Hey, your sweeties tell me at whatever age you are, you're one of the most handsome men, and you
thank
have
you.
soft hands.
That was
What does that mean, folks?
Al Levine, the talking machine. Everybody knows that one of my favorite nephews go to LSU, even though he don't like seafood. He's allergic to seafood. I don't know what he's doing down there.
He has allergies.
My favorite football player, the best football player in the NFL, plays for the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow went to LSU. Now the Pirates got their franchise player from LSU. Congratulations to the Buccos.
You mean after he washed out at OSU?
But the one thing, there's a lot of people that watch the show that's never been sports fans. And I wanted to get it from this panel in case they didn't know. The first column is your win or loss column.
Okay,
Because they don't.
that would
They
be
didn't
your
know.
wins.
That's
Hold
the
it.
wins.
I got to do a disclaimer.
I'm just.
Disclaimer.
We gotta educate the fans.
No.
We got to educate the fans.
Disclaimer. A pre-disclaimer. 'Cause I know him. He's the nicest guy. Look at that smile. He's going negative right now.
No,
Go ahead.
but how-
Negative.
But
Negative.
Al Levine, the talking
Negative.
machine. Al Levine, the talking
Negative.
machine. How in the world, which I know that I think you predicted Pirates will win 77 games. You got a bet?
No, 87.
Oh, whoa, wow.
84, 84.
That's
You
about
both
I'm
got
right.
on that quarter.
Hold on, 84.
Negative.
84. No,
quarter.
but what I'm saying is, how can
Negative.
you be 41 and 49 and have two players at the All-Star game? Everybody knows the Pirates ain't got no two All-Stars.
And that's not
on
the
their
first time
team.
that's happened.
Tell me
Has
you
it happened
got
before?
one.
No, 2021 as well. Adam Frazier and
Well,
Brian
Frazier
Rice.
had to go.
They
Frazier
both
had
started
to go.
too. Do you know
Frazier
that?
had to go. But
Hey, Jim, did you know watching the Pirates like you don't do, that sometimes they only had one All-Star?
I'm a Pirate. I'm a Bucco
No,
fan.
sometimes did
Every
you know,
team.
Even
has
though
to
I'm wearing my
have one.
Sometimes-
Joe Burrow Cincinnati Bengal gear
Yeah, but
today.
sometimes you don't know this because you don't really watch it. but they've had just one All-Star. Like Chip said, every team has one.
Well, they got 2 this year.
No,
That's a
but see,
shame.
now we can't-
I'm boycotting
no,
it.
listen.
But
No, I'll do it for you.
okay.
Okay.
If you have one, that's the mandatory requirement. But
Yeah.
if you get more than one, that establishes that your team might have more talent. Most teams have 2, and 2 means that you exceeded the
Limit.
minimum requirement.
Should be an investigation. But hey,
Again, he doesn't
I'm gonna
know
wrap
baseball.
up with this. Congratulations to the best 5-8 football team ever. The Maulers played for the championship. Maybe the first team ever under 500 to play for a championship.
Hold it.
Congratulations! I can't wait till next year.
Let me give a disclaimer. I don't consider the Maulers. Ralph, you're watching the show. I appreciate what you do with the Maulers.
They're not a
you know,
Pittsburgh football team.
that Chip, you stole my thunder. We've talked about it. When somebody in Pittsburgh calls a team Pittsburgh and they play here, I support them.
They live
the
here.
Maulers,
They
well,
play
I don't
here.
even care about living, but play in our stadium. Go to Highmark Stadium and play. Why aren't you playing here? And I know it's about the money, like Smoking Jim is about it. We don't talk betting anymore because for some reason he lost too much. But it's all about the money. So the USFL is all about making money so they don't fold in 1 year.
Oh, I thought they had to pay money to play.
No.
Ooh.
No, Chip, that's a good one.
Hold it in, Smoking.
That's a good one. All right.
Did that come out your nose?
All right, John
Almost.
Donatelli said, visiting my son needed hotter weather. Well, I know you can get it there, but my only problem is they have some problems with their utilities, and when it gets too hot, they just shut down. So you may not have AC. You might be in the car.
Just got a
Be
picture from a
careful there,
model.
John. Amy Sliss, hi guys, Smoking Jim, I like your outfit. Amy, you're building up his large ego. He's so underdressed this time, and you wouldn't know it's summer, right? He's sort of like a winter guy.
You usually do wear sleeves.
Yeah, usually.
All right, enough about Smoking Jim. Chip Hayner, what's on your mind?
Oh, thank you, Alan, and good evening, everybody. But, just to bust Jim's bubble a little bit,
Go ahead.
he's wearing his Cincinnati Bengals colors. Unfortunately, that's a Clareton Bears hat.
Great eye, Chip.
That certainly ain't no bungle. Anyhow, so we are at the All-Star game this evening. Okay, so the
Yes.
All-Star game of all the major sports, the Major League Baseball All-Star game is the only one that closely resembles an actual game.
I second that emotion. Yeah.
So, Garrett Cole's going to start, and what's he going to try to do? He's going to probably try to strike out the first 3
Like I
batters.
threw the strike
Just
to
like he
Smoking.
would if he was pitching any other game. He's probably only going to pitch an inning. Well, great. So he's going to have a short night work. But, the game is all about, it's going to be 27 outs. First team with 27 outs that scored one more run than the other team wins the game. And
Thank you, Chip.
I
We
am
needed that.
I am so grateful that they are no longer determining who gets home field advantage in the World Series based on the outcome of an exhibition game. But that being said, one of the most useless things that Major League Baseball could have done yesterday was the home run hitting contest. Watching Major League Baseball players hit pitches that are underhanded to them to the tune of 41 home runs.
Chip, I got to correct
in
you.
a round.
The no-step lob. The one guy did the
Okay.
no-step lob.
Well, okay, one no-step lob, underhanded, whatever. You want to.
That's what I saw.
You want to have a real home run hitting contest? Here's what my thought would be: put major league pitchers on the mound, not necessarily stars, maybe even AAA pitchers. Give the batters 10 strikes. See how many home runs they hit before they hit 10 strikes. Good point. And if they
You know what's wrong with that. Look at your face.
Okay, so, but a quick update on where the Pirates are at this point in the season. This is what's considered the halfway point of the season, but it's
Even though
but
it's
it's not. Yeah, halfway point of the season is
beyond.
81 games. So the Pirates are 41 up, 49 down. Okay, they started out the year 20-8, and I was absolutely adamant that that was not sustainable.
You
The
did
Pirates,
say it.
the Pirates did not have the depth. And one thing I've always said, and Alan
Check
can
the
bet
tapes.
is a 162 game season. will expose your flaws. The attrition rate, injuries, and everything have caused the Pirates to go to a youth movement. And I have seen some very exciting baseball, some things to look forward to watching the second half of the
For
season.
us, not smoking.
Well, you have Nick Gonzalez came up, who's doing quite well for himself. You got Henry Davis.
I love him.
Playing right field. And here's the one thing that I don't understand that I've been hearing on and on and on and on. Henry Davis was drafted with the first pick in the draft 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And he was drafted as a catcher. Okay? And what do the Pirates have Henry Davis doing right now? He's playing right field. And he's playing a very fine right field. And what brought Henry Davis to the major leagues was not his abilities as a catcher. It's his abilities at the bat.
Yes, sir.
And I personally don't care if he ever catches a game in the major leagues. I think, be honest with you, he's the best right fielder they've had all year. And he's learning how to play the position. All I know is I want to see Henry Davis's bat in that lineup every game from here on out. Whether he's playing, whether he's DH, the young man attacks the ball, and he's going to go through a learning curve. So, we've got him. We've got the temporary third baseman, Trolio, who's won a gold glove in the AAA, but who's doing very well for himself. There's a lot of young guys coming up. And then the Pirates did what most people swore they would never do, was they actually took the correct player with the first pick of the draft. They took Paul Skenes, who everybody says is a generational player. Now, that being said, I agree that was the right pick to make, because if anything the Pirates need more than anything else, it's pitching. Well, they could probably use a new hitting coach, but they need pitching. Here's what my problem is with the advent of drafting Paul Skenes. Now we are touting him as the next savior of the franchise. And I hope that he is. I am a little skeptical as to whether or not we should rush him onto the mound Friday night against the Giants. I don't know if he's ready for the major leagues yet, even though the scouts say he's major league ready. That was just like saying Kenny Pickett was NFL ready as a starting quarterback.
And they might have been right.
He's our savior. According to most of the people here in Pittsburgh, plus Nick, he's our savior. And he only threw 7 touchdown passes last year. If that was Big Ben, get rid of him.
But with Skenes,
get rid of him.
Skenes may end up being the next great pitcher over the next 10 years. The Pirates will have him maximum maybe 5 years, and that's just the way Major League Baseball is, okay? And the Pirates, if he performs the way he's supposed to, he's going to price himself right out of Pittsburgh. He'll end up on the Yankees getting paid $400 million, just like Garrett Cole. I think our expectations are too high for him at this point. I think what we need to do is let him develop. They'll bring him up to play when he's ready. And you know what? There's going to be a learning curve with him. I mean, the guy throws 103 miles an hour. Well, you know what? 103 miles an hour is great, but 103 miles an hour doesn't necessarily mean you can pitch. I hear all these statistics. About he struck out 209 batters and only walked 20. Okay? But of the 209 batters that he struck out, how many of them are ever going to see a major league field? Probably none. Okay? So I want to see how he does against major league hitters. It's going to be a little bit different.
You mean those major league hitters that are batting like 230? Yeah, they're great.
So wait a minute. Breaking news.
Ding.
Nick actually agrees with me that
Ding,
major league batters aren't performing as well as they possibly could.
I didn't say they couldn't.
They don't.
Ding,
I didn't say that. I just said what batting averages they had.
Ding,
You inferred that they're not good, which means that Paul Skenes is going to be great.
Ding.
Here's what the point is.
Ding.
If you're saying a 230 batting average isn't very good, then what's that saying about the hitters that are batting 230?
I never said that batting 230 was bad.
These are great points. Time out with both of you. You can talk off the air. We understand they disagree on their points. He's still 24. Chip is going to be 63.
Right.
And that's September 6th.
But that being said,
so that's part of the
my
point.
My point with the Pirates is
I got one first.
There's a lot of reasons to be excited with the quality of baseball. Now we're 41 and 49 right now.
Exactly.
Nick predicted 84 wins earlier.
I didn't.
I do believe that the Pirates will win more than 70 games, but probably not much more. And if they
I
do,
win a quarter.
that will be a 10-game increase over the way they performed last year,
Good point.
which is, improvement.
improvement.
Right, and that means they haven't
In your
taken
book,
any
not
backwards
Smokin's
things.
book.
But that's what that's what's on my mind.
The point I wanted to make, my theory on it, if your so-called experts are all saying he's major league ready, don't bring him in this year because the clock starts on contracts. We all know they want to control you for the full 6 years because of the rules. So if you bring him in for a couple games, which I'd love to see him in September, personally.
Well, here's the problem. In college, he pitched 18 games, okay, and he pitched every 7 days.
Yeah,
When you're a major league pitcher and you're in a 5-man rotation, you're going to pitch every 5th day,
right.
okay? And you're generally, if you start at the beginning of the year, you're going to pitch 32, 34 games. They have got to build him up to be able to perform at a major league level, which I don't believe that he is ready to right now.
To give you a little sidebar, we had pitchers that pitched 16-inning games, and they even remark in history they did that. Harvey Haddix had a no-hitter and lost it in the 13th inning, pitched that game. So for some unknown reason, they could do these things. So my theory is let him go to spring training. Let's see what he has against the major league guys that we have and when they play other teams, and start Keller to open the season. Second game in, I put Skenes in there to pitch.
Me and Nick
to
said put
see
him
what
in
he
now.
has.
Put him in
That
now,
may be
right?
a bit optimistic.
But that's where I'm at. I'm optimistic, but I'm not delusional.
Well,
I want him to get some work with the team first. And here's what I'm asking. Don't teach him to pitch to contact, because we passed that up. We were starting that originally, and now we know you need strikeouts.
Oh, they're leaving.
Oh, can you stay a minute? I'll bring you on.
There they come.
Yeah, we got a special break. Dave Cable came in with both of his sons, Sam and Adam, and we're gonna bring them on, and I'm gonna do a little interview with soccer guys.
Let me see. I'm sure it's 2:30. His mom won't let me.
Oh, okay.
Come on over.
Sam, stand over here. You can stand just right there, and then you don't have to look at the camera. You can look at the meat. Welcome aboard. Tell them who you are.
Hello, I'm Sam Cable.
Oh, wait, hold on. Try again.
Try it again.
Hello, my name is Sam Cable.
And who's your dad?
Dave Cable.
You
Yeah.
want to say hi to your little brother and your mom?
Not particularly.
I was trusting you'd be like that. Now, I heard you can talk. First of all, we want to thank you for doing football predictions. When Kansas City won the Super Bowl, Sam the man predicted before the Super Bowl
Yes, he
they
did.
would win. So I want to thank you belatedly
Nice job.
that you did that. He watches ESPN.
I
even
made
when-
some money on that.
Well, that's the last time he made money, Sam, so don't start gambling like him. We don't want you to be like him. So now I hear you're playing soccer.
Yeah,
Do you like soccer?
yeah,
Be honest.
yeah.
What do you like about
position,
soccer?
Well, what position do you play?
Striker.
And do you like that?
Yeah,
Do you have fun?
yes.
How many goals have you scored?
20.
Wow.
How many games did you play?
Wow.
Play 8 a season.
Wow.
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 How many more games you got to do? Do you know? A few more?
Doing it more left of the season.
The season's over.
Oh, so you scored 20 in 8 games.
We got to get him.
Congratulations.
We got to get him in the
We got
gateway.
to sign him up for the Riverhounds.
Well,
Gateway first.
let me explain. Smoking Jim tries to recruit kids like you to go to Gateway.
Only the good ones.
And you know you live in Bethel Park, and you like Bethel Park, right?
Yeah,
You can be homeschooled if you come to
And
the gateway.
you know where your dad works? Tell them where your dad works.
I think here.
See? So Smoking Jim's talking crazy, and I got to give you a knuckle. You got that perfectly. Do you want to keep playing? We're going to ignore him. We're going to keep playing soccer, are you?
Yeah,
And what do you look forward to doing? Getting better and scoring more goals, or
probably joining the middle school team.
Nice.
the middle school? What grade are you in?
I'm going into 6th, and I'll be able to play in 7th and 8th.
How did you get this old?
Wow.
I remember when you were a little baby. And now you're on Pittsburgh Sportsline talking to Smoking Jim, ignoring him.
Can you kick
Chip
field
Hainer,
goals?
Nick Callis, and the talking machine.
Ask him, can he kick field goals?
We're talking
tried.
soccer. We're just talking
Yes.
soccer because he's not going to
He
Gateway.
kicks a round ball.
We don't want to get silly. We're trying to do a good interview. Do you play any other sports?
Not really.
Do you like any other sports?
Baseball and football.
And why do you like football?
Because I have to tackle people.
Nice. And what do you think of the Pirates?
They're horrible.
Okay. We appreciate your honesty. Sam, I want to thank you and your dad for coming in. I asked you to come on, and we'll get Adam next year when he's a year older, okay?
Yeah.
And you take care, and good luck in all you do. And even schoolwork. Take care of that schoolwork, too.
I'm on the gifted program.
Whoa.
Yeah, congratulations. You know what program he's on?
What?
Homeschooling with no books.
If you get a D, you can play for me.
He don't want to. Get out of here. We got to go. Thank you, Sam.
Great job,
Have a good
Sam.
night.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you, Dave.
That was good. Good job, machine.
Thank you. All right, Nick Callis, I don't know what's on your mind, but tell us.
All right, I'll make it brief. The home run derby. I heard some thoughts being thrown out there on Twitter. I've been a little addicted lately. Not a great habit, but some people like the 10-out system better. I don't think that that's great, really, because hitters get way too selective, and then and they're incentivized not to swing as much. And then if they swing and then they're lacking confidence, like Yasiel Puig in 2015, kept hitting flyouts because he was focusing too hard on trying to hit the ball out and finding the perfect pitch, and that really ruined his swing. I think the clock's good because it lets them swing freely in that time. It's not great on television. I didn't watch personally for the first time in years yesterday. I was kind of sad that I didn't get to watch yesterday because I was working. But no, I heard
money pays the bills.
it does, and I heard comments that the TV broadcast wasn't as pleasurable to watch because the ball didn't land and they were throwing pitches, and they should do something with that. But the clock's the right way to go. And, Chip made the same comments last year about glorified batting practice, to which I'll respond with the same comments.
Yeah, but he's consistent.
He is, and I'll be consistent as well. Not everybody can just go out there and hit a baseball 440 feet. It just doesn't happen. Now, of course, major league pitchers would have more success, and if you had a home run derby with pitchers, the obvious point is, of course, the pitchers would win because the best of hitters still fail 2 to 3 times out of every 10 at bats.
No. They fail 7 out of 10 times or more.
Sorry, they succeed 2 to 3 times.
Yeah,
They do
you
fail.
misspoke.
Sorry, I
Sorry,
misspoke. 7 out of 10 times. So, yeah, I couldn't just, and Chip couldn't just, and Al couldn't just, and Smokin' certainly couldn't just go out onto a field and even get batting practice and hit the ball that far. That's what makes it entertaining. That's what's on my mind.
Thank you. And as we know, with players getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars, it's like entertainment.
Exactly.
That's what all this is.
Indeed.
When you're talking pure baseball, like Chip and I believe, we like the traditions of it. It makes a difference.
But the All-Star break is for entertainment.
So,
got that.
So then you're saying that this is what my humble opinion is, okay?
Humble.
That watching the home run derby is almost as much fun as watching NFL football players play dodgeball.
No, I don't watch that. All right, we gotta move on. Randall Bogart says Pirate fans are like shipwrecked people waiting for rescue. Room for you on Tampa ship.
Oh.
And Scoop said congratulations. Okay,
Scoop?
Sherry, the lady that got me to
I
help
thought that was
trip.
Al Oliver. Scoop.
No, see, your mind works in strange ways. I have to apologize for my best friend. He said he has CTE, but he hasn't been checked for it. Just like he's losing weight. We don't know why he's losing weight.
A black doctor told me I had it.
Just like...
Because he forgot the EAT.
Yeah. Well, just like... I'll share this. We some of our private moments. Wow. We did boxing, and I got a revelation from Smoking Jim. I'm blessed that I had a kidney transplant successful. My son's my hero, Drew. He gave me a great kidney, and it's been almost 4 years. And I take 11 pills every morning and 7 every night to stay alive, and I can't get off of them. For all you anti-vaxxers and everything else, I got to do it because I'm in a different category. My choice is I could die. Well, I choose to live. So I take 7 pills at night, and Smoking Jim goes, why don't you just throw them all down at one time? I go, well, I don't want to choke on them. And he goes, well, I just chew on mine. Now, he never told me he was sick, never told me he had brain surgery, never told me he got whatever else is wrong with him. He did have a quadruple bypass, but he doesn't know what they actually did. He had clogged arteries. They could have put stents in. He never even mentioned that. So he could have stents in, but they had to blow the arteries out with a balloon. Now, he didn't know that, but he chews pills. So Nick and I wrapped tape around his pants that were falling down at the Donnybrook. And I go, are you losing weight?
Oh, man.
So he goes, I got to go into the ring. Now he comes in a T-shirt. We got those T-shirts 6 years ago when he could wear it. It's only a XX or XXX. So he didn't know that I remember 5-star when they gave us our shirts.
Good job.
Oh, so he didn't get this one from Abdullah the tent maker?
No, and that was his brother Omar that got him the 6Xs. So we know that. We're going too off target. What's on my mind is we run into problems at schools. Look at the debacle we had with Sandusky at Penn State. Look at other things. Look at Michigan. That Nasser, the doctor, he got stabbed in prison for all the abuse that he did with kids at, school there. Now, a very great academic school, Northwestern, guess what? They heard there were hazing problems, sexual assault things, and other stuff out. So they've been investigating this. So what do? They suspend their legendary coach Fitzgerald for 2 weeks. Now, here's where journalism, it's always about opinions. The young people doing the Daily Northwestern, they wrote the facts on the case with names of witnesses and eyewitnesses and everything else and people it happened to. Now, guess what the new director of the college does? He fires the head coach who's legendary, which should have been done immediately, but we know with how politics and opinions are, doesn't always work out that way. Sorry to bring some politics in here, but we have to live it. It's tough at times. I just want people to tell the truth, and I know I'm very naive to even think that's going to happen. But in this case, they did the right thing. And then, oh my, he's fired. The baseball coach is under investigation. And then there's rumors about the cheerleaders too. So to me, this is a societal problem. In many places, it's not like the 70s and 80s, an Animal House type mentality. Believe it or not, this is 2023. So all of us, Nick, that are older and you're not, we have to understand that times have changed. And this stuff should not go around and happen. I have no tolerance for anything like that. Any type of assault against animals, kids, men, women, anybody should not have to put up with that. So I'm all 100% in that, fire them all. And then my other point is, they said they're hiring his assistant coach. Now, when I played on a high school team, we knew about everybody and what was going on.
Good point.
If you tell me the head coach said he didn't know what's going on and he's a control freak, how is that possible? So why would you hire somebody from the program?
Good point.
Clean house, let all the players go in NIL and go somewhere else. They're good academically, they can go anywhere. Chip.
What about, in the same vein,
Yeah.
the Bob Huggins saga at West Virginia University is ongoing, how now he's claiming, well, I never resigned. And so he's suing the university to get his job back from rehab.
I think it's a great look. It's a great look. Great look for them.
Well, I appreciate sarcasm. I tried to teach Nick sarcasm.
It does pretty good.
He graduated. Well,
That was
I'll tell
pretty
you that my son Drew and I respected Huggins because of what he did over his career. He had the most wins at the time before he continued to drink like it was 1972. And guess what? You can't. You got Mothers Against Drunk Drivers, change everything. You got DUIs. How do you get a DUI and you don't remember that was happening? Because you were blind drunk. And those times have changed.
On Taylor Swift's opening night.
Yeah, and you have the evidence. You have police evidence on it, Chip, So whatever he's using, Nick said it right. It's a good look for him.
Great look.
Yeah, it's great in the university, don't you think?
And it makes them look even better.
Because if I had a child who was a Division I basketball recruit, I would say, well, that's the guy I want my child, but the one that doesn't even know what city he's in.
Yeah, thank you. Randall Bogart says Huggins is strictly business. It's about contracts and getting money. He knows he's not going back. That's our point, Randall. Thank you for confirming that. We're going to go to Fiction and Fact with Smoking Jim's Almanac, and we only got 12 minutes to do this, fellas.
Where I go, people want to know. I tell you what, Al Levine, the talking machine, I've never had this many people come up to me after a show. They were stopping me at the street lights. They were stopping me at Walmart. They were stopping me in Bethel Park. They were stopping me everywhere because nobody heard of this guy. And you probably never heard of him either. Sam Clancy, your generation, 24 years old.
Well, we used to work on a board together, and I heard that name all the time.
But, I mean, you don't remember him as an athlete. That's
of course
what I'm
not.
Well, most people, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm just using you as an
he
example.
was on our show. Quit pointing here.
Yeah,
It's like
but
you're
I'm saying
pointing at
his
me.
generation. And what I'm saying is, Al Levine, the talking machine,
Okay.
what I said was
I'll
that
try
they
to
should
focus.
retire. They named the street after Sam Clancy
honor.
on the Hill District.
No
which
matter what you say.
got more crime on that street than any other street in Pittsburgh. But
How about Monroeville's crime?
But I said that the Pitt ought to retire Sam Clancy's jersey, and people's been stopping me, asking why. The reason is he's the only guy to this day that has 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in his career. At 6'6", which is short, he's the all-time leading rebounder, and I'll quit after this, in Pitt history with 1,300 plus rebounds. Second place is a guy that was a 7-footer that played in the NBA for years, Charles Smith, at 900 rebounds. Nobody will ever out-rebound Sam Clancy. It's almost 400 more rebounds than the NBA Charles Smith, who was a 7-footer, and he had so many other records. But those two records and the rebounding record at 6'6", you got to be a real man to get 1,300 rebounds, and that's Sam Clancy. Retire his jersey.
11 years in the NFL.
Yeah, 11 years in the National
He had a good
Football League.
career.
Couple in the USFL.
And he was on Pittsburgh
He
Sportsline.
played on some of them losing baller teams. He knows what it's like.
There was only 1 year.
Yeah, they folded after that.
It was only 1 year. You know why? They
Mike
played
Rozier?
No, they played in Pittsburgh.
I love
We're going to move on to trivia time with Chip Hayner.
All right, guys. So we're going to have a quick little trivia segment here. So the Pittsburgh Pirates ended up with the first pick of the draft on Sunday, and they made the right choice. We've already agreed to that. So I'm going to go over some of the other, the Pirates, since the Rule 4 draft went into place, the Pirates have selected 72 players in the first round. No, I'm not going to go through all 72.
Thank you.
Of these 72 players, 27 have been pitchers, the most of any position. 20 of them were right-handed, while 7 were left-handed. 17 outfielders, 15 shortstops were selected. The Pirates have also drafted 7 catchers, 3 first basemen, 3 third basemen, but have never selected a second baseman. So of the Pittsburgh Pirates, 72 first-round draft picks, 3 of them actually won championships with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Wow.
Okay. First would be none other than the Gravedigger, Richie Hebner, who won a World Series. He was a number 1 draft pick in 1966, won the World Series title in 1971.
The women of Pittsburgh liked him more than Smoking Jim
The
Fresh.
next 2 draft picks both won titles with the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1979. We Are Family, none other than Steve Niscosia, 1973, a catcher. And none other than Yogi Berra's son, Dale Berra, 1975, drafted number 1. Both won World Series championships in '79. That was before Dale started snorting the foul line.
I saw it in person. Yeah.
Did Neil Walker's dad ever win a championship with the
Not with Pittsburgh, but he was a very close personal friend of Roberto Clemente and almost got on the plane with him that night that Roberto died.
Yeah. That's a great story too. To hear.
For another show when we got time.
No, thank you.
But there we go.
Hey,
Pass
Paul,
it on.
Paul Haley got a tip for you, Smoking Jim. I saw Sam Clancy practice for the Maulers wearing an old Baldwin High School uniform at Wallace Middle School, Chip, back in the day.
Wallace Junior High is where I went for 10th and 11th grade.
Tied it right in, Paul, with Chip.
Good
All
job.
right, we're going to go to Nick VIP Callis.
It's about a mile from my house.
Oops. It slipped out.
Opinions. Okay.
Okay,
First
that's
of all,
enough.
Chip said that Henry Davis would rather put him in the lineup anywhere. You know, right field, he plays fine. That's great. Austin Hedges is still in the lineup, though, and still batting 160. So, yeah, 230 looks great on the league compared to Austin Hedges.
He's using it.
Number two.
Sarcasm.
Number two. Paul Skenes. Paul Skenes. This is not sarcastic. Paul Skenes, great pick
We
by
will
the Pirates.
figure it out.
Great pick by the Pirates. I really got screened because Jason Mackey of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. Sorry, Al. Yeah, whoops.
Let me tell you, the Post-Gazette and all the writers and people that work there are scabs.
Yes.
So I have a problem with that.
But I like Jason.
No offense taken.
Jason's a good writer. He's not part of the production team. He's a writer that I get. I'm not getting in there, but he said that
They
Max
crossed
Clark.
the picket line.
They said that Max Clark might get picked, and I got screened because I believed that. And I think they were doing fan service to say that, because everybody wanted Dylan Cruz at first, but then you get Max Clark, the high schooler, who might take longer to develop, and now all of a sudden Paul Skenes doesn't look so bad, does he? So I really think they screened the fans. I didn't see it coming because I thought, too, I'm like, why are they putting these reports out there that Max Clark might get drafted? Because they're picking one overall. They don't have to mess with any teams. There's no trading picks in Major League Baseball. So who are they trying to fool? I think it was the fans. So
congrats, you figured it out.
Yeah, that's the opinion there, and I feel like it does.
That's why the opinions instead of the facts mean so much today. So when you talk about opinions, they love you.
Yes.
So they love you.
So, good for them, though. But, yeah, no, great pitcher, could be developed. I don't think he's going to start even opening day next year. I think they're going to wait just a little bit longer. But they need to ramp him down after the College World Series. I also think that it would be outrageous to just start him in the majors after drafting him. It's just, that's not.
Who is this kid?
It never happens. So let's not start
I forget
today.
this 16-year-old
I only have
kid.
4 minutes, please.
16-year-old kid started.
Hold on.
He needed no time. I forget who was he.
Hold on. Sit tight. So, yeah, I think that
16.
And especially where they are within this season where it doesn't look like you're going to have a contending season, he would be exciting to watch. But, not right now. But at any rate, I'm still confused on the slight pessimism where Chip was talking about, too. You want to see him face Major League hitting. And the way that he was throwing with a high velocity and the way that he was just commanding his pitches, you need contrasted pitching. But he's got a great changeup and a great curveball right now, which is looking like it's going to fool hitters. I don't have much time! I don't have much time!
Slider! A slider. Here's a guy that's a catcher. He forgot a .076 average on a slider.
Great pitch.
Tell me about that. You forgot. Get out of here.
He's got so many great pitches
weak tonight.
that he's got good contrast on those pitches. So it's all good. Everything's fine. I think he's going to be great, but I just don't understand where some of the pessimism. Let's see Major League hitters. He could be the next Nolan Ryan with better control for all we know. He throws with such high velocity.
Yes, sir.
I don't see why there can't be any excitement
And he
with
could be
so
the
much
next
pessimism.
Brian Bullington.
He was? No. Oh, my God.
We don't have time.
That's my opinion.
Well, we appreciate your opinions, Nick, and I'm just having some fun with you because we.
I didn't have time!
Well, you can cry.
Go
all
to
you
your
want.
segment!
Maureen, give a shoulder to Nick because he needs it. I can't take it. Get off of me. We're going to my time. Johnny. I can't hear in my right ear now.
Oh, we're live. Let's go.
Johnny's so weak on that tonight. What the heck happened? On location. We just did a great on location at VFW 118 605 North Avenue in Millville. Great night of fights. Jose Carabello, Ray Schaefer Boxing Association was fantastic. His wife Leah had everything set up for us. Great time. We had our water bottles. We were all good. And we had our camera up on a table. First time ever for Pittsburgh Sportsline, an unattended camera on a table. Yeah. Nick ran the whole show, and it turned out great, Nick. Yes, so thank you.
I thought so.
Your sarcasm on the show has been appreciated. You can put it on me anytime because I have what's called a BS detector. And look at how it works. It works 100%. And we can do this the rest of the night. We'll have we have potential other boxing with Jose in Millville. So we'll see whether we're back at the VFW or Millville Community Center. We got Monsville Prison coming up sometime soon. They're going to notify us on that, and we're excited about it. And we got some other things going on. But we're still open to do a show out in the public somewhere, and a couple people have reached out to me, but we're not sure if we can get something signed up to go back on the road like on a Monday or maybe even a Wednesday night or something, or even a Thursday night. So we'll see what happens there. We're looking forward to it. I want to thank everybody for watching, for putting up with us. Nick, thanks for putting up with me, because you know I'm a stubborn son of a gun at times, and it only comes out when somebody's trying to throw his darn opinions on and forgetting about facts. When you talk about pessimism. Yeah, sorry, my tongue got tied. When you have pessimistic folks out there, you're one of them because of what you're saying about Skenes. So I'll just rest my case with that. Thanks to Smoking Jim. Always nice to see Chip and have his opinions. Nick, always a pleasure having you. Thanks to Michael. Thanks for Big Mike. Thanks for Marco. Thanks for Johnny in the control room. And Peggy, happy birthday again if you watch the whole show. And don't forget to donate money to Albert Tripp Menu and check out the Alpine Club there on July 29th. I'm going to be there, so we'll have a great time there. And we're looking forward to great summer days and great sports talk for the rest of this summer. I got plenty of time. I don't know what else to say, but hey, have a great night and stay Joey strong.